joining us live on the Eagle Eye Network. We are here at Conwell Egan Catholic High School as Archbishop Wood gets ready to take on your Conwell Egan Eagles. I'm Dan Connor. I'll be here with Daniel X today. We will have your radio broadcast this afternoon. So, X, what do you think we can see from both these teams here today?
I could see a great defensive game. I think Egan's gonna have a better hitting game though. And I think it's gonna be a close matchup for the pitching.
All right, Conwell Egan expected to make the playoffs this season as they've done very, very well. If you're getting ready for the playoffs, are you changing anything different right now? You're going to continue to do that same thing. And if you decide to do something different, what can we look for here this afternoon?
I wouldn't really change anything as Egan's actually been doing really good for the softball team. So if they just keep playing well as they've been doing, this could be a good chance for them to win states or even PCO.
All right, that definitely could be a good chance. We'll take a quick break here in your Eagle Eye Network as both teams in their lineup and when we call lineups. And your first pitch. Yeah, you too. You guys got the soundproof microphone. So that's soundproof. It's only going to pick up your voice, so don't worry about me. It's only going to pick up. I'm muted on here. This one's only going to pick up me.
Between every inning.
Between every inning.
Between your headphones and that.
I want to. He's going to give you that headset. I'm going to give you that one. I can hear you. All right, to get this game on the way, here's the lineup in the first pitch. It is a ball outside. Here's the 1-0. That one inside, so 2 balls and no strikes now. So 2 ball, no strike count. Here's the windup in the 2-0 as that one's outside. It is Freilich at the plate right now for Conwell Egan. It is then Walters, Gill, and Sugford. Gregory, Cobb, Mackin, Whalen, Clay, and Mauer. Three balls, 2 strikes now. Right up in the 3-2 home is a ground ball down the right side. That's out of play. Full count remaining. There's a pitch. It is lifted to the right sideline, right to the first baseman there. It's called the first out. So X, deep counts there. You threw 2 count to start off this game. How does that look like it's going to potentially affect the rest of this game moving forward?
Nervous because it's a deeper count and they just want to put the ball in play. Same thing for the pitcher. So just go either way.
All right, Walters to the plate now. She fails this one off down the right side and down the plate. She took her first one for a called strike, so it is 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. I agree there with you. I think that you got to build this momentum early here if you are Conwell Egan. Line up in the pitch. It's fouled back to the screen there. County needs no balls and 2 strikes. Cranks and fires the 0-2 home. It's high and outside there around the letters. County moves now to the ball and 2 strikes. So Conwell Egan will begin playoff competition next week as this one's fouled just in front of the dugout there. County needs a ball and 2 strikes. And what's going to happen here is we'll see, Conwell Egan softball make the playoffs beginning next week. We will see our flag football team starting their playoff journey here tomorrow. Coming sit on the mound there, she rolls it around. This one skipped down the third base side and now the plate. One ball, 2 strikes. There's the 1-2 home. And they shut her out. It's at the top of the zone there for the second out of the game. Gill now. Here's the lineup of the pitch to Gill. It is outside and low. Sailing outside there, 2 balls. First game timeout number 3. 1, 2, 3 goes Woody here at the top of the first. We go to the bottom of 1 score.
Back to the intermission. I hit in between. Welcome back to the inning by inning part of the game. Now, Steven, what did you think of Conwell's pitching from the get-go?
Well, Lauren has been pitching a great game so far. She starts off with the 1-2-3. I mean, no batters got on base. She struck 1 out, and 2 other great plays by her and her infield. Who has the momentum heading into the bottom of the first?
Well, I mean, in my opinion, it's got to be Conwell. I mean, they started out with a hitless bottom innings, top inning, my apologies. So I think that heading into the bottom, they definitely have the momentum. Let's see if Wood can keep at the same pace as Conwell and keep a scoreless game so far.
Yeah, I mean, Egan has, I agree with you. They had the momentum. Why would it hit this inning? But Eagle Eye Network will be back for the opening pitch at the bottom of the first.
Back here in Eagle Eye Network is the radio broadcast here at Daniel X. It is Matt and James Fitzgerald with the play-by-play over on the television side. Here's the starting lineup now for Conwell Egan. Batting first is Avery Kenworthy. Batting second is Ange Adolfo. Batting third is Macbeth. Fourth, McKnight. Fifth is Lily Maluski. Sixth rather is Ballard. Seventh is Ballard. 8th is Naffy. 9th is Lascala. And then 10th is Peyton Kenworthy. So here's Avery Kenworthy now. She steps up as a righty against lefty combination. There's the windup in the first pitch from Wood is high. They have the corner infielders in right now as the third baseman as well in on the left-hand side. So lined up in the pitch. Outside there is 2 balls in the strike. Untapped foul back behind the plate there. Now moves of 2 balls in the strike. Back into the box, there's Kenworth. He taps the outside corner of the plate. Now comes Seth. Here's the pitch home. There's lifted into the shallow left center field. The left fielder's over. She can't get it. As that one bounces off her face. She's safe. And a awkward play there as the wind shifting on that one a little bit, and time's going to be called here. So how hard X is that play out there to make with the wind blowing there? We saw that one sail really away from her glove and smack her in the face. I agree. It's definitely going to carry there. And of course, Conwell, Egan to be that much better. They can continue to put the ball in different areas. It's going to force Conwell, Egan to have to be better on their flip side, as I was trying to say there, regarding their info. Here's the pitch. The runner starts, then stops, and she's safe. This is aimed down. The ball three bunts. This one is right to the first baseman who was going in. It's a sack bunt there, though, in the Kenworthy. Second. So a nice play there by Ames. And that will bring along now Macbeth. So one out. Here's Macbeth now. Macbeth, a right-handed batter. She looks to get her signs from the third base coach as well. Lined up in the pitch hole. Strike on the outside. Well, delayed umpire here. Those delayed calls always seem to affect some of our players just a bit, so it's a 0-1 count. Looking at her wristband as the pitcher, she goes through the signs, finally finds the one she likes as she shook off 4 of 5, now steps off to find another. And time also called up the plate here by Macbeth. Corners are in again, runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. It's a ball outside and low, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now. Again, looking at the wristband there, the first baseman giving directions to the outfield. Cranks and fires the 1-1 home. Swung on and missed. Lead on that one was Macbeth. The count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2, 1 out on the sacrifice there by Pandolfi. Your runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch home. Swing and miss the ball that was sailing outside. Out. 1-2. Bring along McKnight now. Another right infield for the first time this afternoon for Archbishop Wood. Internormal Beth. McKnight squares, pulls back, and on first pitch is a strike on the outside corner toward 1. So obviously we're not going to bunt here, X. What is that squaring there doing right now. I mean, 2 outs. You're down now 0-1. That's your 0-1 pitch home. Is outside and low. So why you square there?
I think it's just trying to draw attention, trying to see if that third baseman comes in, maybe for a possible steal situation, or even just a late bunt, just to move that runner over and possibly be safe at first.
This one lifted to the right side. It falls into right field for a base hit. The runner is going to score. It's going to be an RBI single there for McKnight. So 1-0. Conwell Egan has that pitch was lifted over to the right side, and they're able to gather the 1-0 lead. How important X is that first run?
That's a great start to this game. There's one run to change the whole game. It's just a one score game.
I agree. Here's Willie Maluski, the first pitch to her. So the outside and low is 1-0. Willie Maluski getting her 1,000th point in the basketball championship now, or basketball season. Now focuses on softball throughout this year. We'll have an interview with Willie a little bit later this season. Is the first pitch, or the second pitch there, rather, is outside and low. 2 balls and no strikes. Runner on first base, Conwell Egan here up by 1, the 2-0. Swung on a miss. A little late there from Maluski on the pitch that was a little above the letters. Count moves to 2 balls and a strike. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to pitch on. Outside and low, 3-1 now. Here's the 31 now. They blow it inside, ball 4. So Maluski will get the walk there. And that'll move the count. Runner off the second. So on the walk there by Maluski. His first pitch to Lauren now. That one's down the way. It's 0-1. Pitch. Lifted to the left side. It's in the infield. Hooking foul. The catcher's under. It's the grab out. Number 3. We are headed to the top of the second. It is a 1-0 game. Second inning, Conwell Egan on 1-0 right now. The first pitch is a called strike. 0-1. 0-1 home as this is a quick moving inning there. Finds it's fouled off there, so 1-1 now. 1 offering, swung on and missed. Count moves a ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count now. Conwell Egan looking to continue this early momentum that they have thus far. Here's the 1-2 offering is lifted to the right side of looking down. The first baseman over makes the grab for the second for the first out of the inning. This one out. Here's the first pitch. It's failed back to the screen. So with 2 outs now, here's the pitch. That one outside, 1-1. 1-1 That one lifted foul over the right side. It's 1-2 now. All right, back here. It is the bottom of the second inning. Conwell Egan's up right now, 1-0. Wide open first pitch. This one lifted foul over the first base side and out of play. There's Bellardo up right now for Conwell Egan. Right back here, it is the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 0-1 offering to her. It's lifted foul back behind the broadcast booth there. Count moves now to no balls and 2 strikes. Two. Outside and low ball and 2 strikes. Looking at her wristbands, there is the pitcher for Archbishop Wood. She comes set on the mound, fires the 1-2 home. It is lifted high and out of play. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch home. It is lifted to left field. It's shallow. The left fielder coming in. A cleaner catch for her for the first out of the inning. So, X, we see Conwell Egan right now swinging at a lot of these high pitches and fouling them off. How important is it for them to be more patient at the plate?
I think now since playoffs are coming up, they definitely have to get ready in that box, sit back a little bit, and just get what they want. Like they gotta see what they want, what they need. As here's the pitch, strike 1. But yeah, just they need to be patient up there, look for their pitch, and if they get their pitch, they gotta swing.
I agree, being patient out there, looking really for your pitch because it's going to affect you in the playoffs if we're swinging at those high pitches. The next one's upstairs, so it moves now to 1 ball and 1 strike. It is Jess Naffy at the plate right now for Conwell Egan with 1 out here. Here's a 1-1 home, foul tipped into the glove there. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. So no balls, 2 strikes to count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count, rather. First baseman in. Here's the 1-2 home. Outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Just cranks and fires a 2-2 home. Swinging and miss, struck her out. 2 gone now. So with that strike, that'll bring along now Lascala. Lefty against righty combination with Lascala to the plate. Starting up in a pitch to her. Is a breaking ball missing high. It's 1-0. Lascala check swings, goes back into the box. Looking at her wristband, there's the pitcher. It's been a story for her these first 2 innings. The starting catcher have not been on point. A check swing at a ball that was sailing high and out. She went and said the home plate umpire, so it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count here. 1-1 delivery home. One sailing outside and low, so it's 2-1 now. Two-one delivery. Another one that's sailing outside. Count moves now to 3 balls and a strike. 3 ball, 1 strike pitch. It is lifted down the left field side. It's going deep, but just hooks foul. Full count now. Full count now. The full count delivery. Inside and low, ball 4. Time's going to be called here as the pitcher is going to race into the dugout. And with that timeout, it's going to be a perfect time to advertise our Dine to Donate for the Eagle Eye Network next week. So as we begin to wrap up our season here, we'll be having a Dine to Donate at the E-House at 2813 Hume Road in Bensalem, Pennsylvania on May 13th. That'll be from 11 to closing. We're just going to come out and support us. Just mention that you're there for Conwell Egan, and we receive 20% of your check. And if there's any questions, you can email them to eagle.i@conwell-egan.org. And as always, we thank you for your continued support here. So let's count it with a walk. So she'll be on first base, and that'll bring along now Peyton Kenworthy. Lefty against righty combination. Another time called here by the pitcher.
Another timeout by the pitcher.
Onyx is back out to the mound, and we are ready to go. Here's the windup of the first pitch from the righty to Kenworthy. It's high and in. There goes the runner to throw down the second, not in time, as the catcher bobbled it a little bit there. So it's 1 ball, no strikes now to Kenworthy. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here's the windup of the pitch. Outside, this runner thought about going. It's Lascala out there. Well, show wisely. Pick up a little bit here, Conwell Egan. The 2-0 home. Now back. Count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two one delivery. High fly ball pushing into right center field. The center fielder's over. She's on the right. Makes the grab, and now it's how we end the inning. Egan strands 1. We are headed to the top of the third, and we'll send it back to our studio for in between innings report.
Welcome back to the intermission. Now, Steven, how do you think Wood's pitcher has been doing so far?
I think she stepped it up that inning. I was just thinking that to myself. She's doing really good overall. Only 1 score, and other than that, she's been pretty proficient and good.
Now, I gotta ask you again. Do you think that Conwell Egan can keep this momentum, or do you think that Wood at some point?
I think Wood could take over any moment of the game. Conwell has to keep the momentum, and if they don't, the game could switch really quick.
Well said. We will be back with you when the game resumes.
Back here, starting the third inning, the first pitch is quickly ground out to first base for the first out. So a quick first out there for Conwell Egan. So it's one gone. Here's the next batter. It's a righty against righty combination. That batter stepping in for Wood is Whalen, and the 1-0 is swung on and missed as that one sails back to the screen as it went all the way through the catcher. Count moves now to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. Way late on that one. There is Whalen, and it was a 1-2 count, rather. And there is strike number 3. A little delay out there on the scoreboard. So 2 quick outs here, and Conwell Egan setting themselves up to have a quick inning. That'll bring along now Haley Kiley. Here's the windup in the pitch from Ballard to Kiley. It's a strike there. It's 0-1. One strike offering now. It's grounded right back to the pitcher. She has a fires over the first in time out number 3. 1-2-3 goes Wood here in her top of the third. Fast moving game. We go to the bottom of 3. Egan up 1-0.
We are back pretty. The quickest inning we had yet in this game. 1-2-3 for Egan's pitcher, Lauren. She's been having a great game, a strong game, and she's showing why she is the starting pitcher.
Now, yeah, Steven, what did you happen to think about the first baseman so far going into this game? I mean, she's had a couple of outs sent her way herself. So how do you think she's been playing defensively and offensively?
She's she's top player on this Conwell Egan team. Amaria, she's really good. She connects with the ball. She knows what she's doing, and that's why she's committed to D2 college.
All right, we'll be back with you now as Conwell Egan is up to bat.
We're back here. It is the bottom of the third inning, and Pandolfi leading off. The corners are in right now, and had a sacrifice on her last time through. She checks swings, but goes all the way through that one for a called strike. It's 0-1. Conwell Egan looking at a little bit of distance between Wood as the next pitch is down the middle, but around the ankle. So they kind of move to a ball on the strike now. Number 20 stepping off the mound out there back behind the rubber to gather her thoughts. Here's the 1-1. It's on the inside corner for a called strike. It is 1-2. There's Jackie Cobb on the mound here for Archbishop Wood. Here's a pitch from Cobb outside into the other batter's box there, so the count moved to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Conwell Egan with the lead here. It's 1-0. We're just about halfway through this game. The pitch home, lifted to the right side, and it just hooks foul. So that one hit foul over the first base side, just barely to the right of the line. So full count to Pandolfi. Here's the pitch. High fly ball to the right side. It is going to fall in front of the right fielder. Pandolfi thought about two, but she'll stay at first as that one was towards right center. And she has herself a single here. So sacrificing a single there for Ange, and that'll bring along Macbeth, who struck out her last time through. Combination. The corner infielders ran not. Two strikes to count. Here's the 1-2 home. Fouled off of the catcher's mask there. Count remains a ball and two strikes. One, two's the count. Runner at third. 2-0 Conwell Egan right now. The pitch home. Ground it right back to the pitcher. It gets past her to shortstop. It's going to be a tough play. Through to first. Not in time. A run will score an infield single there. And Conwell Egan goes up by 3. So Egan up by 3 now. And here's Bellardo. Wind up in the pitch to her. It is fell back to the screen. Count moves 0-1. Left fielder lays time through. One strike offering. Foul to the right side into the Conwell Egan dugout there. Count moves to no balls with 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here at the bottom of the 3rd inning with Egan up by 3. Two-strike delivery. Check swing. Did she go? There goes the runner. No, says the home plate umpire. Throw down to second, not in time. So Lauren moves up there in the scoring position with a 1-2 count. Now the Bellardo at the plate. Here's the windup and the pitch home. High fly ball to the right side. It's going towards the dugout of Conwell Egan and out of play. One-two kick. That is Lauren out there trying to help her call 1 to put Egan up by 3 against Wood. Outside, full count. High fly ball deep in the left. It's back. It's going and gone there. It is 5-0 now. And Conwell Egan really has broken out of this one. Five and nothing, Conwell Egan. 2 gone here. Here's the windup and the pitch. Foul back to the screen there. It's 0-1. It's 1 strike delivery. High and out. Count moves to a ball and a strike now. One ball, 1 strike, 2 gone. 5-0 Conwell Egan. The pitch. It is a loop right there to the catcher. She makes the grab out. Number 3. But Conwell Egan, they've done the damage already. It's 5-0, 4th and 5th inning.
That's one of the best things I've seen. Right. 3 runs, 3-4 runs, crazy, that home run, everything was
Got that.
We're back. Sorry for being so late, but there was a base hit for Wood right there. It's a single. Here's the first pitch. 0-1. 1-0. Pitcher gets set. Pitches. That's a strike. 1-1 count now. Run on first for Wood. There's a runner goes back to first after that's strike 2. 1-2 count after the batter tried to bunt, did a fake bunt. 1-2 now. Pitcher gets set. Hits the umpire, goes away from the time called for the ump. Count is 2-2 now. Pitcher's on the mound now. Here's the pitch. Fouled off now. Still 2-2. Pitcher set, fires. Check swing, but doesn't go. It's 3-2 now, full count. Having an argument. That's a walk right there. Pitcher just says there's a runner on first and second here. She fires, tries to bunt, fouled off.
And she fires the ball across the middle for a called strike. 0-2 as the count. And the pitcher gets them. Lauren gets set and she fires the ball. We have runners on first and second here at the top of the fourth inning. She's finding the pitch she likes from her third base from her coach, and she gets set and fires fast down in the line, and a great play by Maria, who gets one and who gets two. double play for Conwell Egan, and that is confusion going on here.
As there's a confusion going on right now for Conwell, Egan, and Wood. The umpires are gathering up to talk about this, so we'll be right back. We are back, and there's a 1-out person on third. I think they're saying that the ball bounced. She touched first, threw to second, and yeah, I can't really tell. I mean, I'm up here in the booth, but it seems like there's 1 out now. Now they're having arguments, fans or coaches and umpire now. Umpires are gathering up once again. So now there's a guy on first and third, 1 out. Seems like Coach Hart is now talking with the ump now.
Well, it looks like the umps.
So I think umps and coaches have now figured everything out. Still got on first and third, 1 out. Better. Here's the pitch. There's a fake bunt. Runner goes to second. She's calling a rundown now. She goes back to first. She's safe. Probably trying to get that runner to move, but didn't. Decided not to. As our catcher has a cannon. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Runner goes. She's in the rundown. Oh, bobbles at second. Throw to home. Got her. What a play. Going to second. She's out. Going to home. She's out. Great play there for Egan as she bobbled it at second.
What a great play.
She sort of bobbles the ball there, gets the but right there, X, it's a perfect mistake to make because then you're able to get that runner from third to go. Like it was orchestrated. You get the run out at home as the first base shooter left the foul or the first base side out.
Here's the pitch. Looking for the sign now. Here's a pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Play to first, and she's gone. 3 outs. Great inning right there for Egan, as they had a little bit of a confusion, but everything went well. Now it's time to get the bats.
So, Steven, what did you think about that out at first? The out at first, that was a great play. Our first baseman has been playing phenomenal, great, getting her foot on the base when it needs to be put.
Now, the out to really talk about was that throw home from second. Now, I got to get your opinion on that.
I mean, it's a great play. Like our broadcaster said, it's a great mistake to make by that second baseman because it made the person on third, think she could go, but really it was a trap to get her out.
Yeah, well said. I mean, some premature base running from Wood, but we'll be back with you as the game starts.
We are back now.
You're back at the top of the inning.
Here's the bottom of the fourth for Wood. Ball 1. Egan's getting really loud here as the score is currently 5-0 Egan. Wood's pitcher looking at her arm. Here comes the pitch. Strike outside.
I don't know, X, if you're looking at that one was a little bit more off the plate than what it probably should have been for a called strike. It does move the count there to 1-1.
Here's a pitch. 1-2 now, as it's the same spot again. Good out by the hitter here. Sometimes the umps just call those outside pitches. Here's a pitch for Wood. Ground ball to the second baseman, running hard. She is out. Run is very fast there, but just got out by a foot.
Yeah, slow roller there to second base and barely getting her there by a step, but it was a perfect play there for Archbishop Wood as Conwell Egan now has 1 out.
Here's Wood's pitcher looking at her arm once again, waiting for that sign. As she gets set, fires. Batter takes there for ball 1. One out now. Batter's up and in for Egan here. Here's a pitch. Bunt. Catcher has it, and she is out as the batter trips and falls and looks like she's hurt now.
Yeah, Ken Worthy.
Seems like Avery Kenworthy is hurt as she's limping off with her coach and her trainer there walking off the field.
So, X, we look at this now. Ken Worthy's hurt, could be out for a long period of time. How does that impact, you think, Conwell Egan leading into the playoffs?
I think this could impact the team pretty good, but it could go both ways as Avery. She brings in that speed, that hitting. That's probably why they wanted her to bunt, because of her speed there. So that speed is very important, especially here in the playoffs, playing against good teams. So could be a big difference here for Egan. As here's the pitch. 1-0 now, because there's a ball. Here is for Dolphy. She had a sac fly in first inning and scored on the third. Here's a pitch. Fouled off there, way out.
And Ange Pandolfi, a junior here for Conwell Egan, who's doing very well for this Conwell Egan team, able to really keep them in it and then drive in some runs and get on base when she needs to.
I agree. Here's the pitch. Hit. Oh, first baseman tries to catch it but drops it as it is over her head, off of her glove. As the second baseman tries to dive for it, but also misses it.
And that weak line drive ball to the right side, the first baseman coming in for it, tips off a glove. The second baseman could have had it, but that's where you need the communication. Communication's key. If you're the second baseman, you say, let it go. I'm right there to grab it. But unfortunately, or fortunately for Conwell Egan, Wood didn't do that and allows a runner on base here with 2 outs.
Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Macbeth in the first inning struck out, and in the third inning scored. Wood's pitcher looking at her wrist for that pitch as she throws. Catcher comes up, fakes the throw to first.
And we see every time that Cobb looks at her wrist there as the pitcher, the ball seems to sail high and outside on that next pitch. So definitely miscommunication going on between her and the catcher.
Here's the pitch. Strike low and in. Very low and in here for the pitch. Umpire's probably having a little bit of difficulty seeing that ball. Here's the pitch once again. Ball outside. Catcher fakes the throw to first. Pandolfi goes back to first, running on the hustle. Here's the pitcher looking at her wrist again, waiting for that call for the pitch as she's on the mound. Cassettes fires. High fly ball, that is foul. High fly foul ball there for Macbeth.
And another one there when you're looking at the wrist, another ball that came high and in, but Macbeth chasing it. If you're Conwell Egan, you need to pick up on those signs right now.
Yeah, these pitches have been high, very high as of lately. As here's the pitch. Strike out right there on the slow pitch there. Seems like a curveball there as we switch sides.
That was a great inning for Conwell Egan. My apologies. That was a great inning for Archbishop Wood to gain their momentum back. They got Conwell Egan out. There were no score runs. They got Conwell Egan out proficiently and good. So, how do you think these last 2 innings? They played 6 or 7 innings. I think they played 6 innings, and they just, what can they do? What can Archbishop Wood do to get back from the deficit?
I think they got to be aggressive, specifically with batting and base running. In Conwell, to keep the lead and to win, I think they got to be conservative. I think that they got to be smart and patient and try to mitigate the amount of outs that can be produced while maximizing the amount of outs that can happen on defense.
Yeah, I agree. We will be back for the Archbishop Wood.
We are back here at the as that's a strike there. 0-1 now. This is the 5th inning. Hard ground ball to the second baseman, thrown to first, and she is out.
And easy out there for Conwell Egan. A pitch that was around the knees, slowly grounded out there to second base. She had to take a couple steps to her right and fired it over to first in time. So a nice play by Conwell Egan.
Here's Wood's 4-hole hitter. Seems like a strong girl, as she's the pitcher as well. She looks like she has a lot of power, a lot of pop in that swing. As there's ball 1. There's a hard foul ball out into the stands for the fans.
Yeah, that one definitely lined far out there to the right side, and having a few fans duck along the way.
Here's the windup in the pitch. Ball high. This batter has a very great eye as she's barely swung at any balls here in this game. Here's the windup in the pitch. Ball low in his side there as it hits the ground, but catcher blocks it.
And you can't say that really for the entire Wood team there, actually. They've been patient here this afternoon as the pitch here home. Chopped to the right side. It's like basically a scoop of fire at the first in time. But, Archbishop were very patient having to put the balls in play, but Conwell Egan really just making the plays, which allows them to stay up 5-0 here in this game.
Yeah, and, Egan, very great defensive team as well as an offensive team. Their defense has definitely been better. It's definitely improved a lot as they've been having rarely any errors so far. As here's the windup in the pitch. Strike right down the middle there. On the mound now. Sets, fires. Hard ground ball to the shortstop. Diving play. Throw to first. And she is out. What a great play there for the shortstop. Great, awesome play. And great pick for the first baseman there.
What an outstanding play there. A nice stop. Nice way to get her out. And that's going to take us to the bottom of the 5th inning here on your Eagle Eye Network.
That was the.
Conwell Egan, that was a great play. And before we even say anything else, what do you think about the play?
I mean, listen, that was an impressive dive. She got up fast and managed to use her impressive arm to throw her out at first. But what about you? What's your take?
Beautiful play. That's all that needs to be said. It's a beautiful play.
Yeah. How do you think Conwell's infielders are really benefiting their pitching?
They've been playing phenomenal. Not much getting past them.
Conwell Egan is up to bat. We will be back with you after the inning.
We are back now at the bottom of the 5th here. Number 31. She swings and misses there. Amaria. Strong, powerful girl. She plays volleyball as well. She has maybe like 2 or 3 home runs this year that I've seen. So very strong, very powerful girl. She has that pop in her swing. She swings and misses again. 0-2 here. Current score 5-0 Egan. They have been playing very well here. As if you were just tuning in, we had a great play here by the shortstop for Egan. Here's a pitch. 1-2 now. She misses outside. But Egan has had a great play last inning with the shortstop diving for a ball, throwing it to first, and the first baseman scooping it for that out to go to the next inning. Winding the pitch. Ball 2-2 now.
And it looks like Egan's catching on a little bit. Every time that Cobb looks at her wrist, that ball either high and in, high and out. And the past couple of times that she has done it, Conwell Egan has held back and laid off. We see her looking at that wrist again. Watch for the same thing.
Batter sets for a bunt, takes it back as there's a pitch foul ball back. Batter's on that one there as he came straight back. And if you didn't know, if you come straight back, you are on time. Pitcher looks at her wrist again, bobbling that ball around, lines and pitches. Foul ball again, nice and low. 2-2 still here at the bottom of the fifth, 5-0. Egan is very loud today, as it is pretty cloudy out right now. Pitch, pop up to the shortstop and caught.
And the shortstop not really having to move there. She's on their butt. X, go back to that play that ended the last inning. One out here, that play that ended the last inning. That was a all-around textbook play. Nice dive, nice grab, nice way to throw it over to first, and it really couldn't have been done any better. And it's something that you not only look for here at the softball field, we look for it on the baseball field as well, and you don't see it that often.
There's a high fly ball to the shortstop in between, and that is dropped there as it fell in between the right fielder and the second baseman. Sorry. Great hit there for Egan there. A little bloopy, as I like to say, a little bloopy. Here's number 6 now for Egan. Run on first. First baseman and third baseman are in here, looking for that bunt play to advance that run on first to second, maybe even go 3 if Wood isn't paying attention. Here's the pitch. Hit, line drive to the left fielder and caught as the run on first goes back to first. Great hit there. Just caught there at left field.
And she just misses that one there, X. Just gets under just a tiny bit as it was hit deep to left field, but just not far enough, and the barrel just under that ball, preventing the second home run of the game.
There's the pitch. Runner goes to second and drops it as she advances to third. Another throw to third. Caught, but safe. Catcher threw it to second. Second baseman couldn't pick that, so it went into the outfield. Center fielder threw it to third as the runner advanced to third. All around, good play there for the runner. Not that bad of a play for the catcher there, as she threw it perfectly, but second baseman just missed it. We're on third now. Third baseman is up, as well as the first baseman moving up now. Here's the one in the pitch. Up high. Catcher checks the runner on third. Here's the pitcher. Pitches. Hard line drive into center, but caught. Great hit there for number 3 for Egan, as she is all smiles right now. Great hit for her. All around, great inning for Egan. We scored none. Going into the top of the 6th. We are back here at the top of the 6-5-0 still. Here's the pitch.
We're still on the mound.
Up and up. First pitch is up. 1-0.
We're running out of time. Game left.
Here's the windup in the pitch. Fouled off back. Here's the windup in the pitch. Hard line drive right over the shortstop's head into center field. Throw into shorts.
Actually, we see Archbishop Woods there with some really hard hit balls over the past inning or so. Is that something that you need to be concerned about right now if you're Egan, or is it just something that you're easily going to be able to get yourself out of a jam?
If Egan keeps doing good on their defensive side, they could definitely rock this out. So far, I think maybe the pitcher's just tired as there's the first pitch, as that's a strike. Defensive game has been very good, so if they just keep that up, I think they should be able to rock it out and just, yeah. That's just the windup in the pitch. Fake bunt there. Runner goes.
Oh, fake bunt.
Fake bunt. Catcher throws it to first, but first baseman just misplays it. Goes into right field as first. Went on first, goes back to first.
And if you're Conwell Egan, you'd be thankful that error there did not allow the runner to advance as we have the pitch home, which fell back to the screen, because it's those little throwing errors that could really affect the game here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Here's the pitch. Ball, as the count is currently 2-2 with no outs, run on first, score 5-0. Here's the windup in the pitch. Strike 3, got her. Swing and a miss. It's a great game so far. Dominant game for the pitcher here, number 6 for Egan. Here's number 10 now for Wood.
And this dominating performance is going to allow Egan really to go into the playoffs with a lot of confidence, something that they had already and something that they'll continue to build upon.
There was the windup in the pitch there. Low. Called by the catcher, though. Catcher so far for Egan has been doing really good at blocking these balls and getting them anywhere they went. This is just the pitch. High. Set and pitch. Low once again. First baseman goes to talk to the pitcher now. Gives her a high five. Try and boost that confidence up so she can put it in there in the zone. Pitcher gets set. Throws. Ball 4. Straight balls right there. Straight 4 balls. Run on first and second now. Catcher calls time. Goes to the pitcher now. Just trying to calm her down a little bit as she's probably very tired right now.
And 4 straight pitches there for a walk. Not something that we saw by Conwell Egan here this afternoon. And it's a perfect time for you to go out there. Calm your pitcher down. Tell her we're still in this one, even with runners at first and second and only 1 gone. And right now our team's up by 5. 1 inning to go. Got to get through this lineup and then the next. And we should be good to go.
Here's one up in the pitch now. Strike there on a little bit of outside. As our third baseman's up and playing up right now. Batter for Wood. Strike 2 there on another outside pitch. 0-2 now with 1 out and runner on second and first. 5-0 score. Here's a pitch. Up high. Recently, she has been doing that as of now. Throwing pitches up or down, hitting the ground. It's just a pitch. Ground ball up the middle to the second baseman. Tags to second. Oh, throw to first, but she is safe.
Man, just being that there by head.
Here's a pitch. Run on first and third now.
2 outs. Here's the pitch.
Runner at first fakes going to second as it was low. Here's a pitch. Low again. Runner fakes going to second. But I'm seeing a lot of movement as of right now.
Yeah, the movement's good, but the ball placement itself really not that good right now as we're continuing to show signs of fatigue for Egan out there on the mound.
Here's a pitch up. Catcher checks the runner at third as she's also moving a lot over here. Pitcher set, fires. Outside a little bit, called strike there. This umpire has been calling a lot of strikes outside as of lately. Here's the windup in the pitch. Another one outside called strike. 3-2 now with 2 outs. 6th inning, 5-0 score. I'm on first and third. Wind up in the pitch. Got her. Strike 3. Closes out that inning. We're back here. Pitcher fires for ball 1.
Conwell, you looking to add a little bit here. I find nothing right now. Bottom of the 6th. Looking to add some more. Getting themselves a little bit of insurance runs. Archbishop Wood just trying to limit the damage right now.
Woods pitcher throws her right down the middle there for a strike. 1-1. Number 21 for Egan. Pitcher looks at her wrist. It's set. Fires. Ball outside. Here's a windup in the pitch. High to the pitcher. She catches on the run.
And a jam shot there. Is that ball really sliding inside? I was surprised she went for it as she was up in the count. Probably expecting something else as the last 2 pitches are more in the outer part of the plate, giving her a little bit more of an open shot. But being jammed there, a slow pop up to the pitcher, and that gives the first out for Egan here in the bottom of the 6th.
Here's the windup in the pitch. She swings, fouled off. Number 11 here for Egan. Got walked in the 2nd. Here's a pitch up. 1-1 now with 1 out. 5-0 game for Egan. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss on the outside. Moving around a little bit, trying to get unnervous. Here's the one up in the pitch, outside, up and outside. Better in the box now. Pitcher looking at her wrist. Wind up in the pitch. Ball down in the dirt.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump over you. This afternoon, you see a lot of girls, moving, stepping out of the box there. And you and I spend a lot of time with baseball, and that's usually a guaranteed call of strike. So it's a little bit different here, and something that we have to get used to here in the broadcast booth.
Ball 4 there. Walk. And yeah, as you said. Pitcher looking at her wrist for Wood. Wind up in the pitch. Bunt to third baseman. She is out at first. Runner from first going to third, and she is safe as she went from first to third there on a bunt as Wood got caught off guard there. Great IQ there for the runner on first, taking that extra base.
Exactly. With nobody covering you around second, you go quickly to third, and nobody's going to get back there in time, so that guarantees you that extra base to put you in scoring position now with 2 gone.
Here's a windup in the pitch for Wood. Low ball as the third baseman is playing a little bit above the bag. Pitcher looking at her wrist once again. Probably going to be that upstairs pitch. Yep. Called ball. Pitcher looking at her wrist once again. Juggling that ball around. Wind up in the pitch. Fouled off. Hard foul ball. 2-1 now with 2 outs. Runner on third. Pitcher looking at her wrist. Pitcher gets set on the mound. Fires. Another foul ball into the stands for the fans. Maybe I should be a rapper now, Doc. Maybe I should be a rapper after singing that nice little bar right there.
I think that would definitely be your second calling there, second career, but you might want to stick to a day job, student first, something hit the broadcast booth here with the wind as it's picking up here and startled everyone. There's the first pitch there, high and in. It's a full count now. I don't think I jumped there. You guys jumped and you make fun of me when the ball comes back to the screen.
Yeah, this is a foul ball.
So just remember, payback now. All right, you got payback. Every time that you make fun of me for dodging the balls into the broadcast booth, even with that net in front of me, as you guys jumped a mile high out of your chairs.
Yeah, whatever that was pretty loud. Scared all of us up here in the booth. As the pitcher looks at her wrist.
Not all, just some. I was good.
Wind up in the pitch there as she gets a walk, 4-pitch walk. Pitcher looking at her wrist. She winds up and she pitches. Showed bunt Doesn't go. Runner goes to second. Trying to get the catcher to throw to second to get that score in from third. Runner advances to second. Pitcher looking at her wrist, bobbling that ball around. Winds up and pitches. Hit by pitch there. She takes it to the leg. Bases loaded now with 2 outs. 5-0 game. Catcher goes to the pitcher. I'm going to talk it around here now. All smiles and giggles for them, even though they're losing. But it's all right. Better to have fun than not have fun at all. As pitching coach goes out there, talking to her for a little bit. We'll be right back.
All right, that's 2 outs. You got to really wrap this game up fast as Egan's up 5-0 right now with bases loaded here. So opportunity to do more damage for them.
Yep, as here's the pitch. Ball outside. Everybody's moving. Can't wait to leave this game. Go home, take a shower, and go to sleep. It's been a very long and rough day for me and Doc here up here.
You may be worse than Logan Parade talking about his pregame meal, fried chicken and milk.
Sounds pretty bad as there was a
Who eats fried chicken and milk before you go out to play a hockey or lacrosse game? I feel like it would just like sit heavy on the stomach. I wouldn't be able to play.
not wrong. As there's a swing and a miss there. Count is 2-1. You know, I ate some cereal before I got here. It was pretty good. Some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Very good, as there's a pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Throws it to third for the force out. And we'll be right back. Last inning here for Egan. So far, a great game for us. As here's the windup in the pitch. Ball 1 outside.
All right, X, what do you rather call? You rather call a softball game here or baseball? What do you think?
Both very good sports. As there's a hard hit into center at the track, falls over her head, goes into the shortstop. Both very great games. I personally would prefer baseball because I don't like watching softball. I don't know what it is. I just don't. But baseball is my sport, so I think that's probably part of the reason. What about you, Doc?
I like baseball. I don't think it's that I don't like watching softball, as I know the baseball rules are a little bit better than the softball rules, so it kind of puts me out of my element a little bit. As that first pitch is a ball, 1-0 with a runner at second base there.
Runner on second here. Pitcher asking for a new ball.
Some exciting things. Some exciting things over the next couple of weeks. E-House event, but then Jim Jackson from the Flyers is going to be talking to you guys next week, so it'll be an interesting way to end our broadcast this season.
First pitch there, or second pitch there, ball 2. Catcher throws it to the pitcher, but she bobbles it, drops it. No disrespect, but who is Jim Jackson? Never heard of that guy. Anyways, here's the pitch. 2-1 now with no outs and runner on second.
Can I always just tell you're not a hockey fan there, X. It's a play-by-play broadcaster for the Philadelphia Flyers, who broadcasted for the Phillies at one point in time as well.
Yeah, I could probably do better. Anyways, here's that's 2-2 now, or 3-2. Sorry, we're having some issues here with the count because we have some slow people here up in this booth. So here's a pitch. Foul ball back. Here's a line drive to the right fielder as it goes foul, but it's fair. Wood scores at the top of the 7th. 5-1 game now. Great hit there for Wood as they're still losing. So this could boost their confidence a lot, or just lose the game and lose all their confidence for the rest of the season.
And with the latest at bat here, you have to watch if you're Conwell Egan. You don't want to allow Wood to get back into this one. And right now they're doing that. They have an opportunity and they can. There's no way out to one run in. Runner on first. The first pitch there is late strike called. So it is 0-1.
Run on first now with her pink sliding mitt. I very do like that. Might have to buy myself one. Here's a pitch outside. Great pitch there. Accessories is very big here in softball and baseball, as I personally think we have the greatest drip of all time. As here's the pitch inside there. Some movement at first.
You're really getting a little off topic here, X, talking about everything but baseball. You're like the John Crock and Tom McCarthy in the broadcast booth.
You know, that's my inspiration right there. There's a pitch down the middle, but not called. Umpire might be blind a little bit. Not sure about that.
He called it. Just called it late. A lot of delayed calls here by the umpire. So it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count now.
Sorry, Mr. Smarty. Here's a pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman. She goes straight to first, as there was no play to second there.
We may fire you from play-by-play at the end of the game today. You don't think so?
Nah, not at all. I'm gonna need John Crook and me to commentate one of these games one day.
If we can get John Crock to come out to Conwell Egan High School and broadcast the game with you, I'm all for it.
Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna email him tonight. As here's the pitch upstairs. Egan was louder before. Now it's kind of Wood picking up that pace and getting a little bit louder. As there's a high fly ball the middle infield as they almost collide there, as the shortstop calls it, but second baseman does as well. So miscommunication, but caught.
2 outs here. Egan looking for just one more to take the win 5-1. And I will say X. My least favorite part of a softball game is the songs and the chants from the bench. You don't get that in a baseball game.
The chants in baseball games are definitely 10 times better, as there's a high pitch there. As there's the pitch, strike there, another late call.
X, you ever played backyard baseball growing up?
Nah, I'm not your.
Don't even try. Backyard baseball is a game that's been out a long time.
Nah, there's a foul ball. I think it's just neat for you.
Phil, back to the screen 1 and 2. Go home, play backyard baseball, or YouTube it. Okay, you sound like that play-by-play broadcaster there from backyard baseball right now.
So you're old. That's what I'm hearing. As there's a high fly ball, that's out, and that hits me right in my head. So that hurt.
I don't think Mr. Bauer is giving you a day off.
Or
Getting hit in the head.
whatever. Mr. Bauer.
1 and 2 here.
Here's a pitch, line drive to center. Runner from second going to third, as that is cannon to home. What a great arm there from the center fielder.
A great throw in there to prevent that run from coming home. It looked like it had a run all over it, but Conwell Egan able to get that ball in fast and keep it at a 5-1 game right now.
See the football team out there. Great football team with head coach O'Hara now, as Coach Tech has retired and is now doing who knows what, living his life retired. An old man. Great coach, though. We love Coach Tech. Coach O'Hara taking over now. First game. There's a strike up for Egan. A runner on first and third with 1 out, 2 outs. Strike 2 there, as everybody in the stands for Egan is getting loud as it is the baseball team out here. Here's the pitch upstairs. Egan baseball team currently 10-3. If I'm not wrong.
Nah, Egan, I think it's more like 5-5. They have to win at least tomorrow or against Newman in order to make the playoffs.
Sorry to cut you off there, but there's a high fly ball to go out of there. Fly ball there. Wood barking as if the dogs, but very not.
Actually, you need to tone it down a little bit, dude, before you get us all in trouble up here.
You're right. Here's the windup in the pitch. Strike 3. Called foul.
Yeah, she got a tip of that one. Don't get too excited. Still on the outside, got a tip of it. You saw the ball move to the last possible second.
Felt that wind from over here. I think she whiffed on it. As here's the windup at the pitch. Strike 3 by her. And that is the game. 5-1 game for Egan as they take the W here over Wood.
They do take W. Wood 5-1 game, and Conwell Egan able to really put themselves in a good spot going forward. One more regular season game before the start of playoffs, I think. Yes, I'm getting a nod to the heads up here. So one more regular season game before the start of playoffs. And then after that, the Eagle Eye Network maybe traveling again to different fields for the playoff games. We're excited to continue this throughout. We hope X had a good time behind the microphone. Might be fired though a little bit later, so if you don't hear from him in a while, that's why. 5-1 Egan, please join us at the E-House on May 13th. Remember to tell them that you're there for Conwell Egan High School. I'm Dan Connor, joined by Daniel X and all of our crew here in Eagle Eye.